Why is there such a bad rap about Alcoholics Anonymous? I'm going to talk about Alcoholics Anonymous because it saved my life. It didn't just stop me from drinking and using, and it gave me a life. Maybe if you understood more about it, you would be more interested in it as an answer, a solution to your problem. First thing, Alcoholics Anonymous has been around a long time. And it's genius that it's been around for a long time. If you're alcoholics and addicts, that we think we know better, we want to change things, we come in with our own ideas, we want things to suit us. And the fact that they've been able to keep this answer intact for 80 plus years is amazing to me, with no organization and no leadership, speak. All they have is the 12 steps and the 12 traditions, and that is what keeps it going. So someone the other day put on there one of my videos, all he wrote was flapping God. I think that means I'm just flapping my lips about God. My videos are a little bit longer. If you don't have time to watch this, please save it for later. But Alcoholics Anonymous has been, I don't know, people either think it's all about God and they don't want to talk about God, or they're afraid that they're going to have to do their 4-step and reveal all this stuff, or apologize for things and they don't want to apologize for it. Whatever, they get this stigma in their head that Alcoholics Anonymous is a bunch of old men sitting in the basement smoking cigarettes talking about God. And it couldn't be farther from the truth. Alcoholics Anonymous, for me, gosh, I don't know how to explain this. When I was drinking and using, especially at the end, I was in hell, right? Drinking wasn't working anymore. I couldn't get sober. I couldn't get drunk. I was just pickled all the time. I was a 24-hour drinker, a day drinker. At the end, I was a very sick person. Those are the people I'm talking to right now. And if you've tried Alcoholics Anonymous before and it didn't work, I'm thinking that's because you didn't go to the right kind of meetings. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of meetings, and some of them are very social, and some of them are based more on fellowship, which fellowship is great. But when I was trying to get sober after my relapse, I would go to meetings and these people would cry. Oh, I'm so sorry you relapsed. Oh, this is so sad. I'm so glad you went out so I don't have to. And that was not helping me at all. Don't drink between meetings. We'll see you next Wednesday. I could not drink through that meeting. I had a 7-Up bottle in my purse full of vodka, and I was drinking in the bathroom just to get through the meeting. I needed really some help, and I had no money for detox. I was homeless. I had burned it all down to the ground, and I needed some help. Because alcoholism centers in my mind was coming up with an idea a minute what I should do. I would say, I'm not going to drink tomorrow. So I drink, I'd wake up in the morning. I'd even make myself a little list. What I'm going to do. I'd wake up in the morning. At the end, I couldn't even wake up in the morning. I didn't go to bed. I passed out and came to. And I had a glass next to me because I shook so bad that delirium tremens started within a couple hours. So I would have to reach over and drink until I settled down enough that I could get up out of bed. It was bad. I'm not talking about heavy drinkers here. I'm not talking about people that are gray area drinkers or whatever you are. I'm talking about people that are alcoholics and addicts that cannot stop, right? That was me. I could not stop. And my ideas, I had an idea a minute how I was going to quit. And the problem with that is alcoholism centers in the mind. So my own alcoholism was fucking with me constantly. I couldn't get around it because it is my own mind, right? That's trying to solve the problem. And it's the problem. It was just like this vicious cycle. And then I'd feel worse and worse. And then finally I got to the point, well, fuck it. Fuck you, fuck this, fuck everything. I'm just going to drink, right? I'd go into a bar. If I could pull enough money together, I'd go into a bar and say, bring me 2, I'm an alcoholic. There comes a point where you just give. You're just like, fuck, this is it. This is my plot in life. I'm going to die a horrible alcoholic death. Hopefully not take someone else out with me. That kind of thinking, it was just terrible. What I found with Alcoholics Anonymous when I found a real AA meeting, back to basics. When I went in, they gave me shit to do immediately. They started me into action. And I have found that to be true in my whole entire life. You can't just stop something without doing something else. You can't. You've got action is behind everything. I needed something to do right away. I needed to move into the solution right away. I also needed some kind of a schedule. I had no schedule, right? And you're saying to me, oh, well, that's just going to bed at night doing this. Then you're just living in this day instead of next month, next week, I got to get a job. I don't have any money. I got to get my kids back. I got to get off the street, whatever it is, right? Got to get back in the bed, in the will, somewhere. I got to get back somewhere, right? I needed a schedule. People weaned me off, believe it or not. And it took me several days to get 24 hours. But then I had something to do. I immediately got into the solution, right? And I did the steps. Now, the steps gave me something to do, but more than anything, what it did was it started smashing my ego, that alcoholic, I know everything. I can do it. I'll figure it out. I'm different than you. All those things, right? It just made me go, I'm fucked, right? I love Russell Brand. If you've ever heard his version of the 12 steps, it's perfect. I'm fucked. That's step 1. Step 2 was, you don't look so fucked. You know what I mean? You got unfucked. And 3, I'm going to try what you tried to get unfucked, right? And then 4 was just cleaning up my shit. Let's take a look at the facts. Let's get out of the delusional world of Karen and look at what I've got. Clean it up, which is impossible to do on your own. I was one of those people, I just took mail and shoved it into a bag and pretended like it never came. All the bills, I was in so much financial. IRS was after me, the state was after me. I was fucked. And it slowly got me working through that stuff. And then being available for the next guy, right? That's what this is about. It's an action program. Not so much God. I think the reason people don't like AA is they don't want to fucking do anything. It'd be great to think if you could go to a spa in Malibu, rehab there and lay on the beach and swim in the pool and do yoga and eat some good food and get out and be well. If that was the case, I'd do it. But that wasn't the case. I had to shift what was going on in here. To me, Alcoholics Anonymous is a shift in perception. It doesn't have so much to do with God, but shifting your thinking. Because alcoholism is a mental illness. So we think differently than other people. And we have an allergic reaction to alcohol. We react differently to alcohol. And I've got a ton of case studies on that, but it's true. AA gave me a way, something to do, a schedule, and a new way to think. And no one told me how to do it. That's the beauty of the program. You do the work and you shift your own thinking. It's not a cult. You get to decide what's working, what's not working. You get to decide to see things differently. And you do that because you sit and you listen to other people that are just like you, and you can see things in other people that you cannot see in yourself. So, I went over on time, but I want to tell you, I belong to a group like that, and I would like to invite you to it. I go there. I will help you through the steps. There's no sponsors. It's all out of the big book, right? And you can get an answer. If you decide you've got 30 days to do an outpatient program that's free from your own home with your kids running around in the house, whatever, you can still work, and you want to try something different, and you will be open-minded enough to let go of everything you've thought about AA, then DM me and say, I'm in. And I will send you the link. I'll meet you tonight, and we'll get started. Have a great day.